Hello, my maths ninjas. Welcome back to the next video. And as I say, I hope you have watched the previous videos. If not, then do check it out, the previous topics also, and so that you can understand better and the continuation will be maintained. So, in today's topic, we are going to understand the questions given on page number 14 of your textbook, where we are going to understand the multiplication using the smart tricks. Are you ready for that? So let's begin. So here, before I start with the topic, I want you to understand some basic things that we have to be, which are going to be useful here. Like for instance, whenever we see a pattern, so we can see like 2 if multiplied by 5 gets me 10, right? Then 4 multiplied by 25 gets me 100. Okay, and similarly 8 multiplied by 125 gives me 1000, and this pattern will keep on going. What the thing that we have to see here is this. Let's suppose if there is a 5, so 5 can be written as, that is 10 over 2. Or in case if I want to write 25, 25 can be written as, so 25 can be written as 100 over 4. Similarly, here 125 can be written as 1000 over 8. Okay, so this one we have to remember. Similarly, if I have a combination of the numbers, so say in a product of many numbers, if I have 2 and 5, so I will not multiply in an order. I can simply multiply 2 and 5, maybe 2 and 50, 2 and 500, or 4 and like 25, accordingly, whatever is given to us. Okay, so with this reference, let's begin with the question. My first advice to every one of you is this: whenever you get some multiplication questions, or in fact, matter of the fact is any type of a question, don't just run into solving those questions. What I mean by that is just observe the question carefully and understand that what we can do better there. Right? For instance, if I see this first question that is given here, figure it out, we have to do quick ways to calculate their product. Now, see, if you see randomly this question, what you're going to do is a child can do 2 into 1768 and then multiply the answer with the 50. But what I said, observe it nicely. So you see here, there is a number 2 and 5. They are very good buddies. Okay, they work along very nicely. So here, my first multiplication could be 2 into 50 rather than I am working on 1768. So if I see I'm not disturbing 1768, it will remain as it is, and further 2 into 50. Now 50 into 2. Whenever we are multiplying with the 2, don't think that okay, number 2 is getting multiplied. Whenever we are multiplying with 2, think it that way, that we are doubling something. So what is a double of 50? So 50 times 2 gets me 100. And so is the answer. We all know that when we multiplied by 100, or in fact multiple of tens, we simply put the number of zeros at the back. So the answer to this question would be 1768 and two zeros at the back. So this is how we have to get the answer to this, right? So this is the answer for this particular question. Similarly, now part B, it is 72 multiplied by 125. Now, it's already the hint is given here, but here also we have worked. So 125 worked with 1000. So we have to see the combination of 125 and 1000. So in part B, we have to see the number 125. The hint is given. 125 can be rewritten as 1000 multiplied by 8. So simply, rather than multiplying, what we can do is we write 72 multiplied by 1000 over 8. And when I'm writing 1000 over 8, I can simply do the cutting here. 8 ones are and 8 nines are. So the final answer to this question is 9000. So easy. Right. Now in the C part, instead of three numbers, we have got here four numbers. So instead of three numbers, we have now got four numbers. So let's see which pairs we can make. So as I said, 125 we have. So 125 will make a combination with 8, and 40 will make a combination with 25. So if I'm multiplying 125 with 8, so 125 into 8 is your 1000. multiplied. 25 fours are, if you don't want to see 40, it's fine. You can see 25 into 4. 25 into 4 is 100, and one zero will be at the back. So you can see in the answer how many zeros we're going to have. We're going to have here 6 zeros. So this is going to be the final answer, right? It's so quick. Like we was looking at these numbers, these numbers were looking so huge, so big numbers were there. But we have solved these questions so instantly, right? Now, here, let's see here. Now, this is the converse, maybe we can say that way. Now, 25 is going to be multiplied by 12. So, again, remember 25 can be written as 100 over 4, and we already have 12 with us. So whenever I'm going to solve it up, it is going to be 4 ones are, 4 threes are, and 3 times 100 will give me 300. Okay, so this is going to get me 300 here. Now 25 into 240. 25, again, the magic number, we can write it as 100 over 4, and as it is, we have 240, and we are going to get here, this is going to be 60. 60 into 100, that is 6,000. Okay, so similarly 250. Now 250, what you can do is, if you can just write that directly, it's fine. Otherwise, what you can do is, you can break this 250 as a number of a pair is 100 over 4, and then 250, that 0, you can put it at the back. This way also you can do, and multiplied by 120. Okay, so the answer is going to be 30 for this and 1000. So this is going to be 30,000. 2500 into 12. Again, see, you can just isolate or remove this 25 alone, and 25 can be written as like 100 over 4, and two zeros also at the back, and multiplied by 12. So when you are going to do the solving part, it is going to be 4 and 3, and then 3, and we are going to have here 4 zeros again. Okay, so this is how we process these numbers. Okay, so now the E part, we have the converse of this one, right? How to work this way. So now I'll tell you what we have to do is, let's do some extra work for this one. So it is 12. I'm writing the number again. So it has got 7 zeros, right? So there could be many other ways, but I think this way we can work really nice. Now the number is this. What I'm going to do is, I will borrow these two zeros. Why? Because this is actually working as a 100. Now I know that this 100 actually can be written as 25 multiplied by 4. Yes or no? This can be written as 25 multiplied by 4. Now what I can do is, I can simply multiply this 12 and 4. So 12 and 4 can be your 48. Okay, and this is now 25, and how many zeros are left? Out of 7, 2 zeros have gone already. We are left with 5 zeros. So this number could be, it is 2 5 1 2 3 4 5, and ta-da, this is the answer. Isn't it so easy that we don't have to use some extra brain that what we did? Again, I'm repeating, what I did is, it was a huge number, and I just took 100 out of it. Why 100 only? Because I know a smart combination of 25 and 4. So 25 fours is 100. So I can replace this, the last zeros, and I can write 25 multiplied by 4, and the number will remain as it is. But since I want to make it with the combination of 25, what I did is, 25 left alone, and 4 multiplied by this number gets me this here. So 4 into 12 is 48, and 25 multiplied by how many zeros left? 5 zeros are going to be left. So 25 and 5 zeros at the back multiplied by 48, and this is how so quickly, easily we can get this combination of the numbers which are going to get me the desired results. I hope you have understood today's topic. This was quick calculations, and this is just the beginning. So I want you to create as many as combinations you can create, and do write in the comment section which combination you gave to your friend to crack it up, and how much time they actually took it, and how much time you took to solve that question. So this is end for the chapter number 1 of chapter grade 7, but the videos will keep coming up, so stay tuned for the next upcoming chapter. Till then, keep practicing, keep learning, samjho maths and jeeto confidence.